Hello YouTube, the clocks have gone back and it's time for another Postbag video. In this video there are 9 parcels. The first parcel was sent as Royal Mail second class postage. It doesn't weigh much, it feels a lot less than 100 grams. This parcel contains a rack here for the TP link that I ordered before. One of the ears was missing and the seller has kindly given me some screws and studs that I didn't ask for, but they'll never get used. But this was important for this switch because you can't really mount it on one side. You're putting too much stress on the one rack here. Another solar parcel. It says it's 15 modules weighing 1.7 grams and has a value of 5 cents each. So that's a total weight of 28 grams and 86 cents. This has come all the way from China. It was actually from the same seller. I thought I'd just do it in 2 different batches because it will cost the seller more money. And there are 15 cables in this parcel. They've stuck their own branding sticker on this one. It doesn't really mean much. I think these are 18 gauge cables, so they should handle the current load. But like I said in the last part, these cables are on the small side. The cables go to these breakout boards and then to the Antminer. Next is a parcel that was sent by Royal Mail 48 hours, and it says the sender is CDL. We have the invoice, which I'm not going to open up on camera. We have 10 1.5 meter Cat 5e patch leads. I thought I ordered Cat 5. I thought I went on the cheap, but maybe not. To measure a meter, you have the cable on your left hand and you go to the shoulder on the right hand side, and that is 1 meter, so that's one way to check these cables. What you also want to check is the printing to make sure you got what you asked for. So this says U/UTP. UTP means unshielded twisted pair. The opposite of this is the shielded twisted pair, which normally has foil or braided wire. This is the network 5E. 5E stands for Cat 5e. This is suitable for 100 megabits per second, but you can push it to 100 gigabits per second. It says it's stranded patch cable, which means this is more flexible. There'll be about probably 7 strands per core. A solid core does not like to be bent much. It says it's 26 gauge times 4p, so that's 4 pair. This cable does feel soft, so it's probably copper clad, which means it's an aluminium cable covered with copper. I've just measured it and it is 1.5 meters, so that's good. I got these ones because this top bit here can easily break, and it's got some plastic shrouds to help prevent snagging on this plastic clip. So once that goes, you lose your locking mechanism. I'm not going to go into the wire colouring order because I don't think that's important for this video. Next is a parcel sent by Royal Mail second class, and it's come from PC Outlet Limited or Tally Outlet GB. That bag was easy to open, so I can reuse this for another purpose. And we have 10 1 meter grey Cat 5e cables. I'm just going to quickly check the length of these cables to make. That was 1 meter long. So this says LMS data, which is the manufacturer. I'm not sure what the DA stands for. It says UTP, which is unshielded twisted pair, Cat 5e, patch cable, 26 gauge, 4 pair, and there's an ISO IEC number, and the TIA/EI A568B is the wiring standard that's used to make this cable. I'm going to open the remaining 2 large parcels off camera because they're very large. The 2 large parcel contains 3 smaller parcels. Opening the top box revealed another box. This is just like Russian dolls. So I'm thinking the second box will do the same as well. So these are 3 rack shelves. The top one has a slightly different finish. The 2 of them came with rack nuts, bolts and washers. These are 370mm from front to back, and the 19-inch goes to the end where the rack is at. The inside measurement is about 17 inches, but this varies from manufacturer to manufacturer. This design is slightly different to what I've seen. It has a single piece in the middle and 2 L-shaped brackets which are screwed on at 4 points, the 2 at the front and 2 at the back. This is a vented shelf, so it allows heat transfer. It has a lip at the back to stop things from falling over, and I can't remember the thickness of this steel. I have witnessed a 1U steel collapse with the weight of 1 Antminer and was totally destroyed with the weight of 2 Antminers. When buying shelves, you need to look at the load capacity. If there is no load capacity, you need to ask the supplier or the manufacturer. I asked the company of the cheap manufacturer, who were also the supplier. They said their 1U shelves can handle 5 to 10 kilos, but that 5 to 10 kilos is if you distribute the load evenly. Don't put it all on one side, and also if you put the weight at the back, you're putting too much stress on these ears, and that's why they did collapse. He also told me that the 2U brackets can handle 15 to 20 kilos. I have seen some 1U brackets on eBay advertised as 25 kilos. They could be lying, or it could be they're using a better quality of steel, which might be due to the thickness or the length of the side piece. So these brackets have a capacity of up to 20 kilos, and obviously that's evenly distributed weight, and not assuming you're putting everything at the back. If you put everything at the back, you will destroy the brackets. You can slightly cheat by having things overhanging on the front, but you don't really want to do that. The Antminers are under 5 kilos, so if I've got 2 of those plus 2 power supplies, we're looking at 14 to 15 kilos, so I'm well within the 20 kilo limit. So these are 2U high. What is a U? A U is a measurement of unit. That doesn't mean anything. So 1U is 1.75 inches. I'll add the millimeters on the video. So a 2U is 2 lots of 1.75 inches. You can also do half U, 3U, 4U, 5U and more. To use these rack nuts, you squeeze these in a little bit and then you pop them into the rack on the reverse side, so that these will be at the back, then you have the rack frame on the front. Next you put your device or your shelf, you get your cup washer, you put the bolt through it and you screw it in. When screwing in, what you want to do is the opposite corner, so you do the top left and bottom right, and then you'll do the opposite, bottom left and bottom right. This also has a hole in the middle, that is optional, but if you did use it, you provide an extra support. 2 of these shelves only came with 4 bolts, washers and nuts. You need to be careful when you buy cheap. If you don't do proper research, you'll end up buying twice. So the smaller box was 3.6 kilos and the large box was 6 kilos. The cables are 6 pin to dual PCIe 6+2 pin. At the top it says 50 centimeters plus 20 centimeters, but in the description it says 20 plus 20 centimeters, and it has a picture of the 20 plus 20 centimeter cable. These are 18 gauge, and if you look at the quantity list, the maximum is 30, so that's why I ordered 30 and 15. The plugs are made out of ABS and it's a black and yellow cable. This is currently on sale for £1.31, but I got these at £1.04 each, so the price has increased since purchasing. That would have added up to £31.20, but because I used my Amazon vouchers, I got these for free. It's the same story for the 15 cables. It would have cost £15.60, but because I used my Amazon vouchers, I got it for free. The 10 lot of 1.5 meter Ethernet cables were $10.99. Normally when you buy from Amazon you need a minimum spend of £20, but I got this from a third party seller, which was the CDL Micro, so I didn't have to worry about the minimum spend. So these are black, the Cat5e unshielded twisted pair cables. There's not much in the description, except that it's complete with factory fitted strain relief boots, which is good because it will protect the cable if you bend it too much, but it doesn't mention about the Strouds, but it does have the Strouds as well, as you can see in the picture. These were $10.99, and because I used my Amazon vouchers, I got these for free. Otherwise, these cables will work out at £1.09 each, including delivery. Next is a 1 attack 1 meter Cat5 unshielded twisted pair network patch cables. You get 10 in this pack, and it's on sale for £8.71, which means each one is 81p, including delivery. If you buy these from Amazon, you need a minimum spend of £20, but you can also buy from a third party seller at the same price. There are different colours, but these were the cheapest ones. You can get multicolour or packs of 5. I chose to go for the grey one for no reason at all. The cabling standard is EIA TIA 568 with moulded strain relief. It says it's got gold plated contacts, but nobody knows if it's real gold without doing any testing. This seller has listed some specs about the cable. It's a 26 gauge or a 27 gauge, and here it says CCA, which is copper clad aluminium, which basically means it's an aluminium cable with a bit of copper on the outside. This should be okay for network traffic, but if you
powering power over Ethernet devices, you need to watch how many amps you're putting through it, because it's not the same as a copper cable. Copper cable can handle current a lot better, and especially over long distances, the cables will heat up and it's a fire risk. So these cables were advertised as a Cat5 cable, which is suitable for up to 10 megabits per second. You can push it to 100 megabits per second. These cables were actually Cat5e. At the top it does say it supports 10 megabits, 100 megabits, 1 gigabit and 10 gigabit. If it was Cat5, you'll be really pushing 10 gigabit limit, but since these cables are short, I don't think it really matters. I actually got these cheaper than the current price. I think it was because I bought the last one from this seller. I got these for £8.49, which is 85 pence each, including delivery, and because I used my Amazon vouchers, I got these for free. Next is a Digitus DN19 tray, which basically means it's a 19-inch tray going across. It's 2U high and 370mm deep. This is currently on sale for £29.56. It's 3p cheaper from another seller. The shelves are around 2.8 to 2.7 kilos. The weight limit of the shelf is 20 kilos, and you need to remember that's if you spread the weight out evenly. So if you know me by now, I didn't pay full price for these shelves. I actually got these from the Amazon warehouse. I actually bought them all, ranging from £12.38 to £12.79. The top one is like new, but the other two have cosmetic imperfections on the top, sides and the bottom, which only affects less than 1% of the surface area. I didn't notice anything. Maybe if I look closely I could see something. I think the more important part is if there's any rust on there. You don't really want rust on there, and I didn't see any rust. Back at the spreadsheet, I got another 30 PCIe cables. Target is 0 because they're part of the power supply. These were £1 each and there was 30 of them, so that's £31.20 with free delivery. I used my Amazon vouchers, which means I paid nothing for them, a saving of £31.20 or 100%, and another 15 cables. Target price is 0 because it's part of the power supply. 15 lots of £1.4 is £15.60. The delivery was free. I used my Amazon vouchers, which means I paid nothing for them, a saving of £15.60 or 100%. My budget was £300 to get these 10 power supplies made, which is about $390. I spent £137, about $178. That means I have £163 remaining or $212. My initial price to beat was £1,309.68. So the total that I've saved on these 10 power supplies is £1,172.83, and that's only because I've been using Amazon vouchers and looking for the best prices. Plus 2 of the power supplies were free and I used some cashback. So I'm just going to work out what the total would have been if I paid full price. Maybe £326, so that would have been over my budget, but that's still a good price if you guys want to do what I've done. Just to point out, these cables are too small. It would be better if these cables were a bit bigger. Sometimes people ask me to make them power supplies. I made these power supplies as an experiment. I haven't really saved that much money. If you think about the time spent looking for the best prices and getting good deals, if I had to pay myself, then the £1,172 would not be there. In the UK there used to be a TV series called Wheeler Dealer, where the guy on the left, Mike Brewer, kept on saying how much they've saved on doing up a car and then selling it for a profit. But the true story is Ed China did all the hard work, and if you had to pay Ed China, they probably make a loss when they sell these cars on. The TV series didn't actually make a loss because they get the money from the TV series. In real life, your time can be valued in cash. Another question that I'm asked is where I get my Amazon vouchers from. I use Top Cashback and Quidco. The links are in the description if you want to join. I use Top Cashback more, and over the time I've earned over £1,900 in cashback, such as buying things from eBay. I even got 10 pence for using Skyscanner. Sometimes the cashback amount are small, but they all add up. So when I was buying a pizza from Domino's, I got an extra 60 pence just by clicking through on Top Cashback. I was buying the pizza anyway. If I sold by the highest amount cashback, I got £170 cashback by opening a Nutmeg ISA account. I used it for about 6 months. As soon as I got the cashback confirmed, I closed the Nutmeg account. I get cashback on mobile phone contracts. I did have one insurance cashback declined. I can't remember why. I bought a laptop and got cashback for that. You can also get cashback on switching your energy company, your telephone provider, opening up bank accounts, booking flights, hotels, accommodation, and a lot more. I don't use Quidco that much because Top Cashback usually pays a bit more. However, Quidco can have exclusive offers, so it can work out better, so it's best to sign up on both. So with Quidco, I've been ordering takeaways from Hungry House, ordering SIM cards. Quidco has a section called Click Snap. If you buy any of these items from the selected supermarkets, you'll get cashback when you buy them. All you have to do is buy these items on the day that's specified, and then you take a picture of your receipt, upload it, and the cashback will be in your account. This will help to make your shopping a bit cheaper. The items on this list changes frequently. It's a good marketing technique because it'll encourage you to buy new things, but at the same time you're saving more than what other people would be if you just went into the shop to buy these items. If you've liked this video, video and found anything useful, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't done already, please subscribe and click on the bell for more notifications. And could you also like my Facebook page? And I'll see you next time.